let's make way as we greet with a lusty round of applause and with some noise here in this PNM party, our political leader, our Prime Minister, our Member of Parliament for Diego Martin West. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for Dr. the Honorable Keith Christopher Rowley.
Thank you very much, Party Chairman, members of the National Executive, members of constituency executives, party members, well-wishers, supporters all, people of Trinidad and Tobago, a very good evening to you all. Welcome to our party headquarters here at Balizé House, Tranquility Street, Port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today is a very special day, not only for me, but for this party and for this country. As we celebrate our 56th anniversary of independence tomorrow, let me remind you that the independence of Trinidad and Tobago, the People's National Movement, and other accomplishments on these isles are all intertwined as one ambition of a people with boundless faith in their destiny. We of the PNM assume a very special responsibility for providing this country with the option of leadership. For whenever the people require leadership, the PNM is there to provide it. We lead at the local government level. We lead at the level of the Tobago House of Assembly. And we lead at the national level. And we lead from Cedros to Toko, from Carenage to Charlottesville, because we are the only national party in Trinidad and Tobago. When this party was formed in 1956, it was the vision of a small number of patriots, of people who saw what others could not see, that in these small islands could emerge leadership, not just for the people in these islands, but for the region and into the wider world. We of the PNM are fortunate that the leader of those leaders was Dr. Eric Eustace Williams. And today, we acknowledge him not only as leader of the PNM, but as a Caribbean stalwart who took Trinidad and Tobago through the PNM from colonialism to republicanism. That is all a part of our country's history, and that is the PNM's history. As we embark upon this expansion of our footprint in Trinidad and Tobago and sink our roots deeper in Trinidad and Tobago, it is the same spirit of 1956 that is with us today in our 56th anniversary of independence. Many political parties were formed in locations too humble to describe. Barbershop, they say. Sometimes bar and lounge. Sometimes in somebody's drawing room. Sometimes outside of the EBC office. And there they remained. Except the PNM that was formed in Port of Spain out of high intellectual content and a decision that this country must be better than we were, and a vision to take us to that better place. And today, as the PNM set about to build a new headquarters building, it is not a new PNM, but a stronger PNM with greater faith in the future that we have been aspiring to. The venerable building in the background, I want to say to you, for those who may misinform the public, we have no intention of doing anything other than caring for that building in the back. That is the symbol of our party, Balize House, #1 Tranquility Street. As a matter of fact, even before we started to raise and put away funds to build this structure that we are embarking upon, a separate account exists for the renovation of that building, which will remain an integral part of our asset here on Tranquility Street. I want to ask every party member to pledge to make a contribution, whether it is $5 towards 1 block, or if you are of better means, a check of greater substance towards the construction of this building. Because this building represents the home of an institution which without it, Trinidad and Tobago will drift into a very swift current and against some very sharp rocks. Take a pride in being a contributor to the building of this building, not only for yourself, but to be able to say to your grandchildren that I too contributed to the building of that structure, which is the new headquarters of Balize House. As I stand here tonight, I carry a memory with me that I would never forget. And it's of my grandmother when she joined the Seventh-day Adventist Church as a new member, coming from the Methodist Church at the time. I was a very small child. And they started to build a church. And my grandmother would go with the men into the river with a tray to take out the sand from the river and take this tray of wet sand on her head up to the road until they had enough sand and a truck would come and take away a truckload of sand. And today, every time I pass in front of Mason Hall Seventh-day Adventist Church, I remember my grandmother and her contribution to that church. I ask you to do something for this building and to this building, and you too will carry that memory, and your children and grandchildren will carry such a memory. This building is not for me. It's not for you standing in front of me. It is really for the young people who will take up the mantle and continue for another 100 years to ensure that in Trinidad and Tobago, there's a political party that would be 160 odd years old. We do not govern, ladies and gentlemen, and we've never done so. We do not govern for today and for the next election. We govern for the future of Trinidad and Tobago. Some days they say a diamond, some days a stone, some days a sunny, some days a rain. But we require to live every day with a belief that there's a tomorrow and a brighter tomorrow. And as we make difficult decisions today in the governance of Trinidad and Tobago, we do so in that spirit of our political party, that we are not here for today, we are not here for tomorrow, but we are here as long as there is a Trinidad and Tobago. Leaders will come and go. Office holders will come and go. Supporters will come and go. Victory will come and go. But the PNM would live on forever. We build this building for the children, that when they come to take over the reins, they will enjoy what we have enjoyed. The same way we walked into that building over there on the strength and the vision and the sweat of those who went before us. Let us now put down foundations and build walls and roofs, that those who come behind, that we confidently expect to come behind, will walk through doors that we have built. And it's in that spirit that we continue to build our country. Not for ourselves, but for all those who will come behind to meet a better place. We expect that the building that we will build will be a little more comfortable, will be a little larger, maybe a little stronger, but it will still be Balize House. So ladies and gentlemen gathered here in your large numbers this evening, I want to thank you for coming, firstly, to ensure that you have a ticket or you have a book, but you have a chance. Because we have 10 cars, and I'm sure one belongs to you. In fact, I'm sure 9 belong to you, because maybe the red one belongs to me. Continue to sell your raffle books. I know that there is tremendous goodwill for this organization across this land. And you approach our citizens, not just party members, but those who understand the significance and the importance of the PNM. And you sell them a ticket. And they too will feel that they bought a ticket to contribute to something very important, something that they want to be a part of, if only by buying a ticket. Your constituencies, take it upon yourself to do what we have done before, which is to raise all the money that the Ministry of Finance have approved for us to raise in this raffle. So tonight we start the raffle process. We have the first draw. And after that, we turn this out. I want to thank the members of the clergy from all the denominations who tonight invoke the spirit and the blessings of the Almighty, called by many different names, but meaning one God, and asking for one favor, and that is to protect us and keep us for all times under his wing. I thank you, members of the clergy, for seeking and interceding on our behalf tonight. I thank the organizers of the event, the committee that brought us from the thinking that we should build, to the making of the drawings, to the contractors who have offered to tender, who have tendered, and to the contractor who has won the bid. I say to him tonight, and his workers, and all those who support this project, go brave and put down on the landscape of Trinidad and Tobago another iconic building, because we, the PNM, we are here to stay. Thank you for supporting us as a political party. Thank you for supporting me as your leader. And thank you for supporting Trinidad and Tobago. And may God continue to bless us all.
Let's hear the leader of the People's National Movement, please, the Honorable Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley.